It's me, V. I'm back, and I have the message of the day. Maybe this goes even further for you. Maybe it's the message of the week. Maybe it's the message of the month. Maybe it's the overarching message for your life. I don't know. Only you know. So, what I do is I pull a rune. A rune. This is a rune. If you don't know what runes are, look them up. This is the rune that came out today. And the way that I do it, they're all in this beautiful little velvet bag, and I reach in and the rune finds me. And so today's message is all about the spiritual side of life, and you are in the season of winter. This is the time when your soul is calling you to go within, to hibernate. You will find yourself entangled in situations that leave you breathless, that leave you blindsided, that leave you no option. Well, you always have options, but the best option would be to surrender. You will be challenged, you will be pushed, you will want to go into your naturalness, which is we are all about surviving, fight or flight. So if you err on the side of fighting, be mindful. This is not the time. It's time to go within. Also understand this. This rune represents winter, hibernation. This is a gestation period. Don't look at this period of time as when you're going to give the greatest birth ever. It's just not time yet. Now, for some of you that you may find yourselves going, oh, but I'm waiting. Take your time and look at all the areas and aspects of your life that need to have the light shined on them. So if you're struggling in the area of relationships, it may not be the best time to make decisions on whether to go on that month-long vacation or to get involved in a serious committed relationship. It may not be the best time if you're a business owner to sign the contract and go into the next merger. Understand that this time, whatever you designate to be this time, is a time for gestation, a time for inner reflection. I cannot reiterate that enough. Think of it like this. The winter is known for freezing, right? The water underneath, if it goes down far enough, is still moving, it's still flowing, but the outward appearance is frozen. This is what we want to do. We want to appear still and frozen as we reflect, but all of the stuff, our soul's mission is going further and further inside of us, and it's warming us up. And so when we do come to spring, the great thaw out, we will have clarity of understanding of what's happening inside of our lives. You may have a tendency to revert back to the old ways. And there's nothing wrong with that, because as you're hibernating, things are going to come to the surface that are going to scare you. You're not going to know how to deal with them. You're not going to know what to do. And so the natural inclination for the human is to go back to what it knows. I would have you ask this question: how does going back to what I know serve my soul? Is it a way to grow my soul, or does it contract my soul and keep me feeling stuck? For a lot of you, shed, release, and cleanse. Shed, release, and cleanse. Also, with this time, you have to know there comes sacrifice. It's just that way. What you sacrifice may be an old version of you, maybe relationships, maybe it's lessons learned, and you're sacrificing, being right. Look within. I cannot stress enough, if you are going to do intuitive work and you want to use your intuitive abilities to help people or to just navigate life for yourself, you're going to have to go within. You're going to have to get silent. It's inevitable. And this was something that I had to learn. It took me years and years to learn this because I was always moving, moving, moving. And the reality is, um, at the end of the day, you have yourself and your soul. And you want to begin to know yourself, your human self, your personality self, on a soul level. So many of you are here for many different reasons. You probably are looking for some insight. Maybe some of you are struggling with how to understand why you're here, what's your purpose, what's the deeper meaning to all of this. And to that I say, you must take time to become aware, to know who you are. I would love to invite you to Going Within. It's my membership online where I teach all of these principles in depth, in detail, and I literally walk with you as you travel the path to knowing yourself at a soul level. But in the meantime, if you're not ready for that yet, take a moment and just scroll back through all my videos and set the intention to land on the message that you most need to hear. It's inevitable. You're going to hear it. This is the way spirit works. So, to wrap it up, you are in the spiritual season of hibernation. It's time to go within. It's time to shed all of the belief systems that no longer serve you. It's time to release relationships that are draining. And the question that I find myself asking over and over and over is, do I have the energy for this before I engage in anything? And I mean anything, even going to the store. Do I have the energy for this? And so I would ask you, do you have the energy? Until next time, go within.